There is something deeply intriguing about the silence of the early morning hours. When the clock strikes 3 a.m. and the world seems to be in suspension, have you ever felt as if the universe is trying to tell you something? For many, this time is seen as simply the body waking up, but for those who dare to look beyond, it carries transformative potential. Imagine if this seemingly ordinary moment was actually a portal to introspection, an invitation to align your energy and access a frequency that connects you to something greater. Wouldn't it be incredible to discover that, in the midst of silence, there lies an opportunity for clarity, balance, and growth? At 3 in the morning, the world seems to breathe differently. The silence is not just the absence of sound, but an almost palpable presence, as if the universe is in suspense. This hour, often called the Hour of Souls, offers a silent invitation for introspection, a space where the chaos of the day gives way to profound stillness. Nikola Tesla, with his visionary mind, believed that the mysteries of the universe could be unlocked through the understanding of energy, vibration, and frequency. Perhaps 3 a.m. is the point where these invisible forces are most accessible, like a melody that can only be heard by those willing to listen. The idea that everything in the universe is energy resonates across various cultures, but it becomes especially intriguing when we consider Tesla's perspective. He viewed the world not as a linear sequence of events, but as an interconnected vibrational web. At 3 in the morning, when human activity diminishes and the earth seems to rest, we can imagine this web vibrating more clearly. It is a moment when thoughts become echoes of something greater, as if we are tuning into a universal frequency. Tesla deeply believed in the power of vibrations to shape our reality. He described the universe as a dynamic organism where every particle emits a unique frequency. At 3 in the morning, when the body is at the peak of regeneration and the mind at its most receptive, we are like antennas tuned to capture these subtle vibrations. In this state, ideas and inspirations can arise with an almost magical clarity, as if they were whispers from creation itself. The fascination with this hour is not limited to mysticism. Tesla often emphasized that intuition was just as important as knowledge. He believed that the deepest answers came from a state of stillness, where the logical mind gives way to intuitive insight. At 3 a.m., this state is more accessible, as the external silence mirrors the potential for internal silence, allowing intuition to flourish like a lightning bolt in a dark night. Culturally, many spiritual traditions recognize this hour as a portal. Tesla, who spent long nights reflecting and working, seemed to live on the margins of these rhythms, perhaps aware that darkness and silence were allies in the quest for the unknown. The Hour of Souls is seen as a moment of connection, and Tesla, with his relentless pursuit of understanding invisible forces, embodies the spirit of exploration. It's fascinating to imagine Tesla's nights of work under the soft glow of his inventions. He described energy as the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe, and at 3 a.m. this idea seems to take on a new dimension. At this hour, we can imagine the energy of our own bodies and minds sensing with something greater, as if the frequencies that govern the cosmos momentarily align. Tesla's vision of the universe as a vibrational energy field also connects to how we experience this hour. He often spoke of the need to clear the mind to grasp the ideas floating in the ether. At 3 a.m. amid the stillness, it feels as if the spiritual and material worlds draw closer, allowing us to glimpse something that usually remains hidden. Modern life often disconnects us from these moments of introspection. Tesla, however, believed that simplicity held the truth. At 3 in the morning, we are invited to simplify, to listen to our breathing, to feel the weight of our bodies, and to sense that we are part of a vibrant whole. It is as if the universe is reminding us that, within the silence, energy flows uninterrupted. The metaphor of darkness and light is impossible to ignore in this context. Tesla spoke of how light, in all its forms, is merely energy in motion. At 3 in the morning, the darkness surrounding us can become a canvas where we project our brightest ideas, as if we are recreating Tesla's experiments within our own thoughts. The practice of being awake at this hour might seem unsettling to many, but Tesla would remind us that a momentary disconnection from the external world can be the key to accessing the answers we seek. He described the act of thinking as a dialogue with the universe, and at 3 in the morning, this dialogue feels more intimate, like a whisper in the void. It's the perfect time to reflect on how we are using our energy. Tesla believed that energy needed to be channeled with purpose, and perhaps this hour serves as a reminder to reevaluate where we are investing our own vibrational energy. At 3 a.m., there is a clarity that allows us to ask, are we aligned with our most authentic intentions? Through Tesla's lens, 3 in the morning ceases to be just a time. It becomes an invitation to tune in, to feel the vibrations that connect us to something greater, and to discover that, in silence, lies the purest sound of creation. This moment can be a journey inward and beyond, as if we are participating in the same energetic flow that Tesla so admired. The science of sleep and circadian rhythms, there is something magical about how our bodies follow invisible rhythms, intricate cycles that connect biology to the universe. These rhythms, known as circadian cycles, shape not only when we sleep or wake, but also how we perceive the world. At 3 in the morning, something unique occurs. Our bodies enter a lighter sleep phase, a delicate state easily disrupted, but one that, interestingly, also makes us more receptive to the energies around us. It is a moment where science and spirituality seem to converge, where what we feel internally echoes something greater. Tesla, with his extraordinary mind, saw these patterns not merely as biological processes, but as manifestations of a greater harmony in the universe. He believed that everything in the world was interconnected by subtle forces, energies flowing in rhythms that could be understood and harnessed. When we think about waking up at 3 in the morning, it's not hard to imagine that this awakening might serve as a reminder of these forces at play, an invitation to tune into these vibrations and explore the stillness around us. For Tesla, sleep was more than rest. He often mentioned how moments of rest brought profound insights, as if the cycles of rest and wakefulness were portals to greater ideas. At 3 in the morning, when our sleep naturally lightens, we find ourselves between two worlds: the unconscious, where dreams reign, and the waking consciousness, where logic begins to take hold. In this liminal space, the mind seems more open, more capable of perceiving truths that may remain obscured during the day. This state of vulnerability is not just a biological phenomenon, but also an emotional one. Stress and anxiety, so prevalent in modern life, have a peculiar way of manifesting in the silence of the night. Tesla, with his obsession for precision, would likely have analyzed how these emotional states interact with the body's rhythms. He believed that emotions and thoughts were, ultimately, forms of energy. In this sense, what we feel at 3 in the morning can be seen as an expression of that energy-seeking balance, a fa-fun, way for the body and mind to harmonize what is out of sync. What's interesting about this hour is that it is not merely an internal phenomenon. It's as if the world around us is also tuned to this specific frequency. Tesla often spoke about the importance of understanding nature's cycles to align our actions with them. At 3 in the morning, when silence prevails, it feels as though the universe grants us the space to hear what is usually drowned out by the noise of daily life. The wind feels gentler, the sounds of the night sharper, and even our thoughts seem to echo differently. There is something profoundly restorative in recognizing that our bodies know what they are doing, even when our minds resist. Tesla described energy as something that needed to be efficiently channeled, and perhaps waking up at 3 in the morning is how our bodies attempt to realign this energy. The circadian rhythm, far from being merely a biological function, seems to be a dance between the physical and the ethereal, between the tangible and the intangible. The idea that we are receivers of energy during moments of quiet is fascinating. Tesla believed that the right frequency could reveal hidden truths, and few moments are better suited for this reception than the early hours of the morning. With a calmer mind and a body in a state of regeneration, it's as if we become antennas, capturing vibrations that might go unnoticed during the busyness of the day. It is at this intersection of science and spirituality that the true beauty of 3 in the morning resides. It's not just about understanding biological processes, but about realizing how they reflect something greater. Tesla saw patterns in everything, from the way electricity flowed to the way stars seemed to organize the sky. He might have viewed this hour as a microcosm of universal balance, an opportunity to feel, even if briefly, the harmony of the cosmos. But what if this moment isn't just about harmony? Tesla was also an advocate for the disruptive power of ideas, and perhaps waking at 3 in the morning is a way for our minds to urge us to challenge patterns. In the silence, the question seemed clearer. Are we living in alignment with our intentions? Are we attuned to the frequencies that truly matter? The body offers this opportunity, like a conductor asking us to tune our instruments before a new symphony. There is comfort in knowing that we are not alone in these awakenings. Tesla, who spent countless nights working and reflecting, would likely feel at home in this hour. He described the world as a place where energy is never lost, only transformed. At 3 in the morning, we may catch a glimpse of this movement, a chance to realize that even when everything seems still, transformation is underway. What matters is not just why we wake, but what we do with this moment. Tesla taught us that energy must be used with purpose, and at 3 in the morning, we are invited to find that purpose. Whether it's thoughts that lead to important decisions or simply the peace of being present, this hour offers a unique window to something greater. It's the silence telling us there is more to explore. In the stillness of the early hours of the morning, there is more than just silence. There is a silent invitation to look inward, an almost tangible opening to connect with the forces that move the universe. Nikola Tesla, with his enlightened mind, described the world as a vast energetic field where everything thoughts, actions, and emotions vibrates in an invisible symphony. This moment, when the rest of the world sleeps, seems designed for us to tune into that symphony, to feel the continuous flow of energy that connects us to the whole. Our bodies, according to Tesla, are receivers of energy, designed to pick up the subtle vibrations that shape our reality. At times like 3 in the morning, when the mind is between sleep and wakefulness, it seems easier to feel this connection. It's as though the energy centers of our body, known as chakras, are more open, allowing energy to flow freely. This flow is essential not only for our physical well-being, but also for our emotional and spiritual balance. There is something profoundly transformative about dedicating these moments to meditation or reflection. Tesla, who often found inspiration during periods of deep introspection, believed that inner energy was a key to accessing higher truths. Sitting in silence, focusing on the breath, or visualizing soft lights radiating from each chakra is a practice that connects us to these truths. It's like resetting the hands of an internal clock, aligning our personal rhythm with that of the universe. This state of harmony doesn't happen by chance. Tesla spoke of the importance of understanding natural laws and respecting energetic cycles. At 3 in the morning, when the noise of the external world fades, we have the opportunity to listen to what lies within. Often, in this silence, important questions arise. What do I truly desire? What do I need to let go of? The answers don't always come immediately, but it's in this space of listening that we begin to recognize them. Keeping a journal can be a practical and powerful way to explore these questions. Tesla meticulously documented his ideas, believing that the simple act of writing them down made them more real. Writing thoughts, reflections, or even doubts during these moments can be a liberating exercise. It's a way to transfer the energy of ideas into matter, turning intuitions into tangible possibilities. The practice of gratitude can also find a home in these moments. Tesla valued balance, and recognizing the good in our lives is a way to strengthen that balance. Sitting in silence and mentally or physically listing the things we are grateful for creates a positive energy field around us, making us more receptive to opportunities and growth. The impact of these practices is often profound but also subtle. Sometimes simply noticing your own breath or heartbeat can be enough to remind you that you are alive, present, and connected. Tesla often associated simplicity with progress. He believed that the most powerful answers were often hidden in the most basic things. This simplicity can be found in these moments of stillness, where focusing on something as essential as breathing can bring us back to our center. It's fascinating how the act of meditating or reflecting can open internal doors. Tesla, who saw imagination as one of humanity's greatest gifts, would have found in these moments an opportunity to explore what has yet to be said or understood. The practice of visualizing light flowing through the chakras or imagining yourself surrounded by a wave of vibrant energy is not only relaxing, it is transformative. It's like stepping outside time and space, connecting with something greater. Many who explore these moments report a renewed sense of clarity, as though the weight of daily worries diminishes. This doesn't happen by magic, but because these periods allow us to see our lives from a broader perspective. Tesla often spoke about the importance of lifting our vision beyond the immediate, and meditation or reflection at 3 a.m. offers this elevation. In this space, where time feels suspended, it becomes easier to understand what changes we need to make and which aspects of our lives deserve more attention. Transforming these moments into a habit can be deeply impactful. Tesla believed that repetition and practice were essential to mastering any skill, and this applies to spiritual practice as well. Regularly setting aside time for reflection or meditation not only creates a pattern of well-being but also strengthens our connection to our essence. It's like cultivating an inner garden where each practice is a seed planted with intention. As we continue to explore these moments, we realize that we are not isolated. Tesla often mentioned the interconnectedness of all things, and it is in this state of expanded consciousness that we feel this most intensely. The silence of the night is not empty. It is full of possibilities, vibrations, and energy that remind us we are part of something vast and beautiful. Each inhale and exhale is a reminder that we are connected to this whole. Applying to daily life, not everything needs to carry the weight of mystical significance. Sometimes, simply waking up at 3 a.m. may be a reflection of something much more physical and natural. Our body is a precise machine, regulated by cycles that don't always align with our conscious desires. At times, it just demands attention, whether it's to adjust our sleeping posture, hydrate, or address the most basic needs. This doesn't diminish the importance of such awakenings, but it serves as a reminder that not everything is necessarily extraordinary. Still, there is something curious about these moments. While they can often be attributed to purely physiological reasons, completely ignoring the time or context may mean missing an opportunity. As Tesla noted in his study of energy and frequency, there are times when apparent chaos hides deeper patterns. Perhaps waking in the stillness of the early morning is more than an inconvenience. It's an involuntary pause inviting us to listen more closely to ourselves. The balance between the mystical and the pragmatic is fertile ground for reflection. For many, waking at night can be a reminder of worries or anxieties overlooked during the day. But it can also be a blank canvas, an energy field where we can observe what is usually obscured by daily noise. Tesla often said that answers were frequently hidden in subtle planes, waiting for us to view them from different angles. Perhaps these interruptions in sleep are the perfect invitation to look from another perspective. It's easy to fall into the trap of overinterpreting every detail, assigning grand meanings to situations that are often mundane. But it's also easy to dismiss these experiences without reflecting on what they might teach us. For Tesla, ignoring the potential of something, no matter how small, was a grave mistake. He believed that even the tiniest pulses of energy could contain fundamental secrets. Similarly, a nighttime awakening can be both a physical event and an opportunity for introspection. The silence that surrounds us at these hours can amplify both our fears and our hopes. Often, what comes to mind at this time isn't something new, but something we've avoided during the day. Tesla viewed the universe as an interconnected web where every thread was essential to the functioning of the whole. Perhaps these nocturnal thoughts are like those threads, small connections that need attention for the entire system to operate harmoniously. Approaching these moments with a balanced perspective can be liberating. Recognizing that the body has its own needs and rhythms helps us avoid burdening ourselves with overly complex interpretations. At the same time, it's important to acknowledge that these interruptions can open doors. Tesla believed that answers often emerged when we stopped resisting the unknown and embraced the possibility of learning from it. Simple practices like deep breathing or drinking a glass of water may seem mundane, but they are also ways to honor the moment. For Tesla, mastering fundamental forces like electricity or gravity began with recognizing their most basic manifestations. Similarly, the simple act of being present during these nighttime awakenings can reconnect us with our essential energy. It's also important to remember that these experiences don't need to have an immediate resolution or a clear answer. Tesla often spoke about the patience required to understand complex phenomena. Perhaps this is the greatest lesson of these moments. Not everything needs to be resolved right away. Sometimes, simply observing without judgment or the urge to control is enough. The early morning hours, with their near absolute silence, can be both an ally and a challenge. For many, they are a rare opportunity for introspection. For others, they are an uncomfortable confrontation with their own thoughts. Tesla understood the duality of these experiences and encouraged a curious, open approach, neither rejecting discomfort nor clinging too tightly to it. These moments may simply be physiological pauses, fleeting and without great significance. But they can also serve as a reminder that we are alive, connected, and constantly in motion. Tesla saw this fluidity as the essence of the universe, a constant movement that, when recognized, helps us grow and align with something greater. The silence of 3 in the morning is more than the absence of sound. It is a space where the energy of the universe seems to reorganize itself. For Tesla, who saw energy as the foundation of everything, silence was as powerful a tool as electricity. He believed that in this state of stillness, the potential for revolutionary ideas emerged not because external conditions changed, but because the human mind became more receptive. Perhaps in contemplating the silence of the early morning, we too can glimpse something deeper, an opportunity for transformation. In this interval between sleep and wakefulness, the external world appears dormant, but the internal world is more alive than ever. Tesla described the mind as an antenna, picking up invisible vibrations that permeate the universe. It is in this moment of calm that these vibrations are most easily perceived. Silence is not just a pause, but an opportunity to tune into higher frequencies, allowing unexpected insights and clarity to surface. When surrounded by silence, we begin to notice things that previously went unnoticed. Tesla frequently emphasized that the subtlest details often contain the greatest truths. During these moments of quiet, our thoughts can seem louder, like echoes reverberating in a cavern. This gives us the chance to hear not only what lies on the surface, but also what is hidden in the depths of our being. Silence is transformative because it forces us to confront what we usually avoid. Tesla understood that progress didn't come from avoidance, but from exploring mysteries. In silence, we are compelled to face our desires, fears, and doubts. These moments can be uncomfortable, but they are also profoundly revealing. They show us where we are and where we want to go, like a map drawn by the energy we carry within. There is a subtle power in simply being present in this space of silence. For Tesla, conscious presence was essential to understanding the invisible forces that govern the world. By allowing ourselves to sit in stillness, free from the constant distractions of the modern world, we create an energy field where transformation can occur. It is like preparing the soil before planting a seed, ensuring that the ground is fertile for growth. Silence is also a way to recalibrate our energy. Tesla often referred to the importance of balance, both in the functioning of machines and in the human body. By engaging with silence, we give our internal system a chance to reorganize itself as if it were a mechanism needing adjustments. This recalibration can bring a sense of renewal and clarity that carries through the rest of the day. At times, silence can be uncomfortable because it leaves us vulnerable. Without distractions, we are forced to confront our deepest thoughts. Tesla, who often explored the boundaries of the unknown, understood that vulnerability was essential for discovery. It is in this state of openness that we become more receptive to learning and transformation. Silence teaches us to trust the process, even when we don't fully understand what is happening. The silence of 3 in the morning can also serve as a reminder of our connection to the universe. Tesla saw the world as a vibrational network where everything was interconnected. Being silent does not mean being isolated. On the contrary, it is often in this state that we feel our connection to something greater most profoundly. It is as if the silence allows us to hear the whisper of the universe, reminding us that we are not alone in our journey. Practicing stillness in these moments can become a powerful ritual. Tesla valued repetition as a way to master any skill. By regularly setting aside time for silence, we begin to develop an intimacy with ourselves and the world around us. This ritual can become an anchor, a point of stability amidst life's uncertainties. Silence is also a catalyst for creativity. Tesla often mentioned how his best ideas emerged during moments of silent reflection. When we make space for silence, we allow our imagination to flourish. Ideas that once seemed out of reach begin to take shape, as if silence were the bridge between thought and creation. Silence is an opportunity to reconnect with our essence. Tesla believed that true strength lies within each of us, waiting to be discovered. In silence, we are reminded of who we truly are, beyond the expectations and distractions of the external world. It is a chance to align ourselves with our most authentic intentions and to strengthen our inner energy. Nikola Tesla, in his vision of energy and vibration, believed that balance was achieved by tuning into the right frequency. He viewed the universe as a vast vibrational organism where every part needed to be in resonance to maintain harmony. This understanding invites us to reflect on how our own energetic state influences our daily lives. When we speak of energetic alignment, we are not just addressing the physical, but also the mental and emotional aspects. Tesla understood the human body as essentially a receiver and transmitter of energy. When our thoughts are chaotic or our emotions unbalanced, the natural flow of this energy is disrupted. The result can manifest as fatigue, lack of focus, or a sense of disconnection. Finding balance is like tuning a radio station. Sometimes we need to adjust the knobs until we receive a clear signal. There are simple practices that can help with this energetic realignment, many of which are rooted in principles Tesla explored in his scientific and philosophical approaches. He spoke of the impact of vibrations on the environment and the individual. A practical approach is to consciously observe the environment we are in. Disorganized spaces or those filled with negative energy can directly affect our frequency. Adjusting our surroundings by organizing and cleaning them is a crucial step toward restoring harmony. Breathing is also a powerful regulator of energy. Tesla often connected vital force to the natural frequencies of the universe, and breathing is a practical way to reconnect our body and mind to these forces. Take a deep breath, feel the air fill your lungs, and then exhale slowly, releasing tension. This simple act of presence can align our energy with the moment's frequency, creating a state of calm and receptivity. Another aspect of alignment is how we handle our emotions. Tesla believed that everything, including our thoughts and feelings, is energy. When we fail to acknowledge emotions like anger, fear, or sadness, they accumulate, creating blockages in our system. An effective practice is to allow ourselves to fully feel these emotions without judgment and then let them go. This release creates space for more positive energies to flow, bringing clarity and well-being. Nurturing the body also plays a vital role. Tesla was meticulous in his routine, understanding that the body needed to be healthy to function as an efficient receiver. Choosing foods that energize rather than deplete is a way to align our physical energy with our spiritual intentions. Natural, nutrient-rich foods not only strengthen the body but also contribute to a clear mind and a light heart. The frequency of balance is not just about what we do, but also about what we choose not to do. Tesla emphasized the importance of taking time for introspection, to listen to silence and allow the mind to reorganize itself. The practice of meditation or daily moments of reflection is not a luxury, but a necessity for those who wish to maintain a constant flow of energy. These moments are like fine-tuning a delicate machine, ensuring everything operates in harmony. Sleep is another essential component of energetic alignment. Tesla, though he often worked late into the night, understood the value of rest in restoring the body and mind. During sleep, our system recalibrates, processing the emotions and experiences of the day. Quality sleep is like rebooting an overloaded system, allowing it to return to operating at its optimal frequency. The connections we maintain with those around us also impact our energy. Tesla viewed humanity as an interconnected whole, and our daily interactions reflect this interdependence. Choosing relationships that uplift and inspire us is a powerful way to keep our frequency high. Just as an instrument needs to be tuned to harmonize with others, we need to be in sync with those who surround us. The art of aligning our energy is a continuous process, a dance between the physical, emotional, and spiritual. For Tesla, understanding the frequencies of the universe was key to unlocking its power. When we apply this principle to our own lives, we realize we are part of something greater, a unique vibration within a universal symphony. This alignment not only benefits us individually, but also enables us to contribute with greater clarity, intention, and harmony to the world around us. If this resonates with you, feel free to share your reflections in the comments. We'd love to hear how you incorporate moments of introspection into your life.